At Berkshire Community Action Council, our work has always been rooted in people. Neighbors helping neighbors, and a community that cares deeply for one another. This past year, we saw this spirit come to life in an especially powerful way. As challenges grew and uncertainty continued, our community did not step back. It stepped forward. We saw individuals, families, partners, and legislators raise their voices through advocacy. They shared their stories and stood together to protect the resources that so many depend on. That advocacy mattered. It made a difference.
Being in your home and not being safe, feeling supported, that affects everyone in so many different ways. So you can't be a better parent if you're cold. You can't be a better community member if your children don't feel safe.
The dire situations are in people without heat, and this past winter was a classic example when they didn't have it. Kids standing out in a street corner, not adequately clothed while they're waiting for a bus to come.
We hear a lot of advocacy from BCAC and partner agencies about the importance of economic assistance, about the importance of making sure that people that maybe have hit a tough patch or are in need of some kind of help to kind of get through where they're at the moment. When I go down to Boston, my colleagues think, oh, Berkshire County, that's James Taylor, it's Tanglewood, it's all this fancy stuff. And yeah, that's partly true, but we're also one of the poorer counties in the state. Like, we have one of the lower income rates of the state.
I was a school teacher, an elementary school teacher for 14 years. And I understood the problems that were in the community and where they had to go to get help. Many times we had children that coming in as an elementary teacher. They were very young. They came in and they didn't have very good clothing. And it wasn't unusual to see them come in on the coldest of days with just a sweater on. And who did I turn to most often was the Berkshire Community Action. And they have been terrific for so many years. Whether it's fuel assistance, whether it's helping a child get better clothing in the wintertime with your ELF program. Many times we have called the staff there and said, what do we do?
When I was about 12 years old, my father worked at a warehouse and the warehouse closed and he lost his job. And back in those days, there wasn't cell phones, there wasn't the internet, so we actually saw it on the evening news before he came home and told us. And it was a couple of days before Christmas. And once that happened, it put my family into kind of a spiral, and there were moments where we needed food stamps, we needed free lunch assistance, we needed heating assistance and electric assistance. There were times where we lost our house, we had to move a lot. There was a stigma that was attached. That stigma's kind of being removed over time. I talk about like free lunch. Today, everyone gets free lunch. When I was a kid, you had to show a card, and so you didn't want to show a card because you didn't want people to know you were poor, so you just didn't eat. You pretended like you ate something later. There's like a shame and an embarrassment that shouldn't be there.
I came to Great Barrington as a single mother to 3. My children are all born in Ireland, and when I moved here, I really looked to the community to welcome us and to give us a sense of being supported. We relied on WIC, we relied on SNAP. I went to Construct and sought help filling out my fuel assistance forms. And it all came full circle. Many years later, I was hired as the development director and marketing manager at Construct. And then I helped folks sign those same forms for fuel assistance.
I always felt that my parents were people that were doing the right thing. And I think that's really reflective of who we are in Berkshire County, that we're doing the right thing, we're trying, but we often hit these struggles. And so it is always really important to me to make sure that we have the assistance that we need.
When it comes to advocacy with a state legislature, what I always say is that you should know your state rep and your state rep should know you. If you are an expert in something and I can count on you when I need information on that issue that you're an expert on or have a lot of experience on, that's really helpful to me because we in the legislature always say we are a mile wide and an inch deep. We can't be experts in all these things. So I need to talk to housing people who understand what's going on in housing. I need to talk to people who are working with people in recovery. Whatever the issue is that is important to you, I need to turn to my experts, my community partners.
There's no bad form of advocacy, but the more personalized and the more compelling the story is, the more it's going to resonate with me and my colleagues. The best advocacy you can actually do is taking the time to try to meet with us. The more I meet with a group or a group of constituents or certain constituents, over time, you actually become an expert to me. And so when we're looking for, what's the most important thing we should be fighting for, I start to turn to people like Deb at BCAC or Lita, or just people that I've met consistently that have something important to say.
Your state government isn't something that happens in a big building with a golden dome on top of a hill in a faraway city. Your state government happens right here, and you are part of that.
The advocacy is important. That I find that it's better for them and people that are in need to call us directly, because within 5 minutes of receiving their call, we're on the phone, usually to BCAC or some other agency that can help that individual. We get to know the people and how effective your organization has been. And it has been very effective.
What I love about advocacy is that we can all do it. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take too much effort. It takes caring. It takes listening. It takes being involved in your community and really understanding that there's so many needs. There's so many needs, but we can do it together. I mean, we can look at an issue and say, there's BCAC and they have a way to help the community. There's a pathway to fuel assistance. There is a pathway to, having better access to healthcare. So advocacy is really at the heart of being a better community.
Community action agencies have always been the front door that our neighbors turn to when they need help the most. And you embody the spirit of all of those who have stood up for the belief that no American should go hungry or cold or without opportunity for a brighter and more prosperous tomorrow. It is that belief, action, and advocacy that created LIHEAP, low-income heating assistance, and Head Start, and SNAP, and CDBG, and Section 8, and the Job Corps, and so many more of the programs that have given millions and millions of families across our nation a leg up over all these years, including so many right here in Berkshire County. As you gather for your 2026 annual meeting, you do so in the shadow of a federal administration that is seeking to undo so much of what we have fought for all these years. And yet, this gathering is more important than ever, because it is that same belief and action and advocacy that we need now to defend our communities. It is the truths that you bring us from your community through your advocacy that are the most powerful tool we have. So please continue to speak up and lift up the voices of Berkshire County.
Advocacy for me is understanding and listening and, finding your strengths in a community and finding the conduits, finding the people that listen and that can help you. So for me, advocacy is really the heart of a community. And it's the ability to listen. It's the ability to have lived experience that deepens your understanding of what people are going through and how they can be helped.
Every day, we're honored to walk alongside the people we serve, whether it's helping a family stay warm, putting food on the table, or offering a sense of dignity during difficult times. These moments are deeply personal, and they are why we do this work. But this year also remind us of something more. Advocacy is not just about policy, it's about people. Real change happens when a community claims its voice and uses that voice in advocacy. When people come together, not just to support one another, but to speak up for what matters. As we look ahead, we know the work continues, and we know that together, through continued advocacy, we have the strength to meet whatever comes next.